And we are back, folks. You bit of glove moonwalk, what? Shamo. Right, it's time for the B.L.T. Sammy's reveal. So, I don't know what knife to use to cut them. Whether I should go with the old carver or the old JML serrated. We don't want our sandwich getting hacked up. But let's get it out the fridge. Let's get them out the fridge. I'm not going to lie, I was tempted AF to get tore into these last night, but I fought back and amazingly, actually amazingly, oh pardon me, I was really hungry last night after making these, because when you smell that bacon cooking and you see then the sandwich is made, you just want to get tore in. But as I say, I held back, but I had some fish fingers left in the freezer. I had 6 fish fingers left in the freezer, so I cooked them under the grill with the 3 remaining slices of bacon. I toasted up more of that bread, sliced up some gherkins, I had plenty of lettuce, I sliced up some more tomato, and I made the best fish finger toasted sandwich ever seen. It was amazing. Plenty of mayonnaise. It was just banging. I'm not even joking, it was banging. Right, let's get this out of the fridge anyway. Right, so these have been in the fridge since last night. In the old prawn cocktail bag of amazingness. I've had a wee bit of weight on them, not too much weight, just I had mozzarella, I had a big tub of mozzarella cheese drying out in the fridge. So I just sat the big tub on top just to put a wee bit of pressure on them. So let's do this. So I just watched Sarge's Philly, what was that called? Philly cheese steak, Philly burger, Philly thing. Anyway, it was mental. It was absolutely fucking bonkers. But I want one. The size of the thing must have been about that high off the plate. So it's one of the burgers you've got to be, see these snakes that can dislocate their jaws to swallow like eggs. You're going to have to basically dislocate your jaw to eat that thing. It was immense. It had issues, Sarge, but you know there was issues. You know the issues. I've left you, I gave you a wee top tip in my comment. About burgers. So you put your patties in the fridge. Basically you should have made your patties even flatter, right? And then with your fingertips, shamo. With your fingertips, you've got your patty, right? Get your fingertips and make lots of wee dimples. Lots of wee dimples in the burger. In the whole burger patty. Lots and lots and lots of wee dimples. And then get your patties in the freezer, not in the fridge. Get them in the freezer for about, even better if you can just freeze them the whole night, but for at least an hour, 2 hours in the freezer. And you said your pan was too hot or too cold. You want your pan as hot as you can get it. Ideally you want an iron pan, a really good solid iron pan that hods the heat. It really hods the heat. Your cheese sauce was a bit lumpy, but you go out there, you could have put in some nice chopped jalapenos in that cheese sauce and it would have been banging. Plenty of, nice wee farty noise. Plenty of gherkin, plenty of sliced gherkin on your burger. I like that. I love gherkin on a burger, or on a even fish finger burger, any kind of burger, got to have gherkins. Your onions look nice colour on your onions. your chips were alright, your chips were decent, but you've been making defrozen things for too much. You've got seriously into making frozen chips, and that's kind of held you back a wee bit there. Too many frozen chips. Start making fresh chips again, and you'll get back into the old swing of things. Right. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can slice this up. Right, let's get it out the bag first. Right. Number one. So what in the fridge, it gets nice and soft, really nice and soft. There we go, right. Might even bloody keep that and use it again, who knows. It's just the sort of crazy wacky guy that I am. They say I hate cling film. I'm not a fan of using cling film, tin foil, parchment paper, any of that paper. I like to reuse things. Right, so that's for B.L.T's, right? Give me a wee swatch, give me a wee close up. That's for B.L.T's. Lightly toasted. Don't want them too toasty. See, that one's maybe even a wee bit too toasted. That one's perfect, but still be bloody lovely. A wee side view there. Right, so I don't know what knife to use. Sarge is probably screaming at the screen, use your serrated, or use your carving knife, or use your chef knife. I've got a selection of knives here, and I've been sharpening them. I've had the old steel out. And I've been giving them a wee bit of sharpening action. Well, no sharpening, honing. I've been honing the blade. You actually need a sharpening stone to sharpen them, but as long as your knife's sharp, the honing steel doesn't hurt. I think we're going to use this. And we're going to slice that way. I'm tempted to go serrated, by the way. Decisions. Right, I'm just going to use this. Right, I was going to do the wee old fashioned triangle shape, but I think we're just going, or I could go that way, but I think we'll go this way, that way each bit has nice crust. Right, wee press spoon again. Right, that's that sliced. I'll get them on a plate as well. Oh, it looks bloody lovely. I'm not even joking. That looks absolutely bloody lovely inside. Right, get it halved. So I was laughing at Sarge. That was a wee giggle you gave me there, my man. Talking about Mr. Red's medieval torture device, also known as a meat slicer. That thing is absolutely terrifying. Terrifying. And I guarantee you, in one of his next videos, he's going to have 4 missing fingers, or a missing thumb, or just one horn. He'll be missing a whole horn. The way he was fucking hacking fuck out of that meat, man. Terrifying. It looks something like a horror story. Literally like some sort of medieval torture device. Like you pinched a wee bit of gruel, or you pinched a couple of oats off of somebody, you get hoiked in, and you get set about with that fucking slicer. Absolutely shocking, man. Right, here it goes. Lovely and sharp. Right, we'll get it on a plate. What we'll do is, oh, the inside of these looks absolutely bloody gorgeous. So we'll sit and talk it. I've lost a wee bit of crusties there, but I'm not worried about that. Right. I think we'll turn this one upside down just so the, oh, bloody beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not even joking. I think I've even talked Mrs. Tracy into making these for the lads, and they'll love her, but not even that, they'll love me for telling her to make these. So I says, what were you going on about fish finger burger competition. First I've heard about it. But I could be interested. I might even take part in your fish cake competition. See what happens. I might. Right, got a nice clean plate. A wee bit of kitchen paper there. Give the old plate a wee spruce up. Right. And we'll put them on the plate back to front of each other. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely bloody gorgeous. Right folks, can you see inside there? Look at that. Look at that, look at the layers. We've got a bit of mayo, all the bacon, tomato, lettuce and more mayonnaise. These are wee 360. Look at that. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of these. Look at that, look at the inside of them. Hope you can see. Look at that. It's another wee look. Hope you can see in there. These are wee 360. Bloody lovely. Absolutely lovely. So I said in my wee video that B.L.T is my favourite, but I'm not even going to lie. See that fish finger sandwich I made last night? It was absolutely bloody mind blowing. Look at that. Lovely thick bread, lovely crusty, tiger seeded. I think this is wholemeal, I'm not too sure, I think it's wholemeal. It's bloody lovely anyway, tell you that. A bit of a shadow there, I don't know where that shadow's coming from, it's not coming from me. Maybe it's coming from me. But there we go folks, that's what B.L.T left in the fridge for last night. And the prawn cracker bag of amazingness. Wee bit of light pressure on the bag. Just set something on the bag. But aye Sarge, I hope you take my tips seriously on the burgers, on your future patties. Get them as flat as you can be bothered. You don't want them obviously paper thin, but try and get them spread out a bit more. And then as I say, with your fingertips, lots of wee dimples, pressed down wee dimples into the patty, and then bang in the freezer for at least an hour or two, preferably the whole night, and get your pan as hot as possible. As I say, pan can be a big thing as well. See a good solid iron pan, like a tawa pan for making naan bread or something like that. That's what I would use, but you've just got to use the pans you've got, obviously. But I hope you take my wee tip seriously, because that's how I make a patty, a burger patty. But look at that, bacon. Oh dear God. Oh, my mouth's watering. My mouth is absolutely watering. Look at that. Hope you just can't really appreciate this on camera, I don't think. You've got to see it in the flesh. But anyway, as I said, your Philly cheese doodah had a few issues, but still looked absolutely mental, and I want one. And as I say, you've been making frozen chips too long. Get back into the swing of making real chips, none of this frozen garbage. I blame Mrs. Tracy for this. She's always grown about frozen chips, how much she loves fucking skin on fries and all that carry on. Get back into making real chips. And Mrs. Tracy, the last potatoes I tried, what were they called? Blah 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 blah. Oh, what were the Panther variety, absolutely stonking. Every bit as good as Tyson, every bit as good as Saxon. And I tried ones a wee while ago there that were nice as well. Osprey I think, but the Panther potato variety, really nice. So here, a wee shout out to Mrs. Tracy, wee shout out to Two Tier Toes and the gang members, and a wee shout out to Mr. Red with his terrifying medieval chopping device of severe torture. Keep a hold of your fingers there, Mr. Red, don't be losing any fingers or any thumbs or anything, because that thing is treacherous. That thing is absolutely lethal. Right folks, that's all she wrote. I'm going to leave these with another wee look at. I'm going to get a wee close up. Look at that. The bread's lovely, toasted lovely, definitely toasted. Getting shadows here, I don't know where the shadows are coming from. I kinda wish I'd put some gherkin in it, a couple of slices of gherkin, but sometimes less is more. Could have even put some jalapeno in there, but as I say, sometimes less is more. What I did like about your patties, Sarge, your burger patties, is that you didn't add all sorts of stuff to your patties. You didn't bung in garlic powder or onion powder or pepper and salt, and sometimes you go a bit mental and start bunging in all sorts of stuff. So that made me quite happy. But anyway folks, that's where B.L.T's ready, and I shall get you on the next one. Aye.